Hey everyone, Brad here from 13 Adventures. Today I'm going to review this Setpower portable refrigerator. It has a freezer and a fridge combo. All I have done is removed it from the box. I have not done any setup, so I'm going to do a complete setup. This is the 45 quart variant. They make a 60 quart and a couple other variants, but the 45 quart is what I'm going to review today. I did not pay for this. In full disclosure, the company sent this to me to do this review, and here is my review. So let's open it up. See what we got in here. Looks like some wheels. I do like these because you can put stuff in here and pull it up instead of digging in the bottom, which is really handy. All right, here's our manual, I assume, and some cool stickers. Here's some hardware, and here's the box, so the power. This can be powered by your DC charger in your car, so your cigarette lighter plug, or it can be charged via your regular outlet, plug-in outlet. Now this kind of saves space because it's one plug, can plug into this thing. You plug your cigarette lighter into here. So this is an inverter, basically is what it is. Typically these things come with a AC plug outlet that plugs directly to the device and a DC plug outlet that plugs directly to the device. This one kind of combines all that. Energy guide, 180 kilowatt hours estimated yearly restriction or yearly use. I've never seen one of these with an energy guide. That's pretty handy. Just a guarantee, so 30-day return. If you have any issues with it or don't like it, they guarantee 30-day return and what the other warranties are. All right, here's our user manual, so let's set this thing up. You have the refrigerator, you have a basket number 1, you have the manual, you have, these are base supports. You have a DC cable, which I showed you, an AC adapter, which I showed you, a wrench and some tools, the wheels, the frame, which I showed you, and some other handles. Also, this lid opens one way, but you can flip it around so it opens the other way, depending on where you're going to set this thing up at. So I need my frame. You don't have to install this. You can just set it up like it is, but this is a nice feature because you can roll it around. I need some screws. Taken my rubber mallet and I've beaten these things up. I can't get this on, so what's supposed to happen is this nut is supposed to go onto here to hold those on. This wheel doesn't spin quite freely. This one spins freely. But I'm going to put this on. Again, this is not required. It is an extra feature, and it's easily removable, which is a handy thing too. Blair has already installed these two rubber bumpers down here.
We lost them.
All right, so I have another flaw. The bottom, these things are not super strong, and one just broke off. The screw in here is pretty small. It needs to be much more robust, including the ones that hold this on. So the 4 hand screws, those things are not very strong, so I would recommend that being a much more robust. But again, this is not necessary whatsoever. Again, we're tightening these things down. We may have some more capabilities here, but so far, the screws that hold this on and the screws that hold these on are not very robust, and they need to be a little bit stronger. All right, let's power this thing up and see what we got going on here. I have my thermometer sitting out here, and it's been sitting outside, so we're in the high 80s right now, or mid 80s. So I'm going to plug this in, my lovely assistant here. So this is a AC plug going into an AC adapter. This plugs into here or the cigarette lighter on your vehicle, and then that in turn plugs into the power cord down here at the back. And I see the screen lit up. You can choose 2 different compartments like I showed. So you have a basket that you can remove, and this wall you can remove. So basically you can have a refrigerator side and a freezer side. And there's a light in here, which is really handy. The other ones of these we've used in the past did not have a light. I'm gonna set my stopwatch just to see how long it takes to turn cold. So the temperature compartments are the left compartment and the right compartment. 0 Fahrenheit up to 41 Fahrenheit. That's compartment number 1. There's a fast cooling mode and eco mode. So I've got it to max cooling. So you can set your temperature on here is what I want to set. So I want to set that lower compartment, so the far side over there, I'm going to set it to my freezing temperature. So I'm going to put it to 30. And then for the refrigerator side, I'm going to put it to what, 40? Oh, nice. There's a sticker inside that tells you what you should keep the temperature set to. I'll go to 42. My thermometer in there to see what happens here. Now I've got it on max cooling. Again, there's an eco mode as well. Your error codes are in here. Your warranty is in here. So it has a 3-year warranty on the compressor, 1-year warranty on all the other things. So should you not desire to use the wheels and that extendable handle there, you can remove that and put on this other handle here. And this stays flush against it, and then you pull it out when you need to use it. So right here, it's really handy. So this would attach to that far end. You can remove this extendable handle. So I do like that it comes with that option. So depending on the application you're going to use this, if you're going to roll it around for a while and use it like that, or if you're going to use it stationary. So how we might use it is in the back of our vehicle, going car camping, or going grocery shopping when we're far away from the grocery store. There have been many times we were shopping for groceries, but we were boondocking somewhere way off in the middle of nowhere. So it was an hour trip one way just to get groceries. So these things come in really good handy to keep in the back of your tow vehicle or the back of your vehicle going into a spot. So you can get cold things and keep them cold while you traverse the area you might be in. If you are a van life person or a small car camping person or some type of small unit camping person where you don't have a big rig like this, these things come in really good handy just to take with you wherever you go and keep plugged into the DC system, which I think is really nice. There's a fuse back here, a 15 amp fuse, so should you have a surge of power or something like that, it's going to protect the system, which I think is nice also. The controls are very easy to use. It's very plain language, I call it, to tell me what I've got going on here. I can set the temperature and I can see the current temperature reading. I think the device itself is going to be a nice addition to our travels and camping, but I don't know that we would ever use the wheel function. So that's my feedback to the company, is make some better wheels and hardware for the ground piece, because it's not super robust, but the device itself I think is nice. I'm going to shut the cameras off now and I will let you know back. So I'm already seeing 78 on one and 80 still on the other, and I've had it open, so I'm going to leave it closed here and see how long it takes to get down to the temperatures I set it to. We'll be back shortly. All right, it has been exactly 40 minutes and the freezer side is at 33 degrees. And the fridge side is at 44 degrees. It started from 80 degrees, or more than 80 inside here. I think it's just 80 is what it shows, but it's, I think outside the average temperature right now is about 85 degrees, and it's really high humidity. So not super fast, but also not super slow either. I'm very impressed with the cooler. My only drawbacks are the wheel setup and the support structure down there, but I don't think that's something we would really use. They do make a bigger version of this, as I said before, but I think with the bigger version, wheels are probably necessary. And depending on your strength or your ability to move stuff around, wheels on this one also may be necessary. But for our purposes, I think we would remove the big extendable handle. We'd put the 2 side handles on here like this, which I think are fantastic. And we would pop it in the back of the car or back of a van or inside the trailer here, depending on what we were doing. And we could take it with us wherever we might go. So I really do like the cooler. I like the setup. I think it works well. And my temperature inside is almost at freezing. So it's working very well. I'm very impressed with the process. It's not loud, it's quiet. It's relatively lightweight for the size of a cooler it is. Again, a 45 quart cooler here. And I'll put on the screen exactly what they say it can hold as far as like cans and things like that, because I think it's easy to estimate the size. I like it very much, and I'm grateful for the company for sending this out. So car camping, van life, small RV life, any of those type things like that, I think it's a useful, very useful product. I will be curious to know, if unplugged, how long does the cooler function actually work, and does it keep things cold like this just sitting here unplugged? So I'd be curious to know about that. The user manual is very easy. Operating it is very, very simple. I think that's a neat feature. I love that it's a freezer and a refrigerator. You can do both or one. So I really like that option. And I think this is very, very much worth the cost. Thanks for allowing us to be a part of your day. Thanks for joining us for this review. And as always, hope you have an awesome day, everyone, and happy adventures.